Hey everyone out there in Twitch land, it is Doc once again with Gamer Seuss channel. Um, kind of snuck up on me here, but it's actually ExtraLife Game Day. So what we're going to do today is just stream some Wild Terra 2. I'm not doing a 24-hour stream like I normally do for Game Day because of my health. For those who don't know, I've been in and out of the hospital. I've had a few surgeries and stuff. Part of the reason I've not been streaming a whole lot lately. But tell your friends it's annual ExtraLife Game Day. So as normal with my channel, any subscription that you do on the channel, 50% of it, rounded up off the top, just goes directly into donation to ExtraLife. The other 50% of anything I might earn goes to like maintaining my equipment, software, things like that. So I actually make no profit on the website or the stream. It's purely for ExtraLife and to maintain, and I pay more in maintenance than I actually make. But we're going to play some Wild Terra 2. This time it's just going to be some generic gameplay. Of course, in the past with my Wild Terra streams, we've done like instructional videos, and there's been a really exciting update recently. We just had a Halloween, and the Halloween event is still going on until the 14th of November. So I'll be trying to get some more of that Halloween stuff going on in the game. Anyway, we're going to get started now. It's been, like I said, a bit since I've streamed. It took me a little bit to even get the system working right, but we're going to hop on into the game and see how it goes. You see there down on the bottom of my screen, scrolling across, is the link to my donation page through Facebook for ExtraLife. So if you want to just donate directly to ExtraLife and you're a Facebook user, you can click on, or not click on, but enter that link address as it scrolls by, and that'll take you to my Facebook donation page. Or just go into my name on Facebook, which is Gamer Seuss, or Lord Seuss MD on Facebook, and that will allow you to, find my donation page link, and you can link there to donate directly to ExtraLife. For those who don't know, ExtraLife is part of the Children's Miracle Network. What it is a bunch of streamers, gamers came together to stream specifically for ExtraLife. So every year we do things like this Game Day, where a lot of streamers go for 24 hours streaming. And when I get off stream, and if anybody is in my chat, I will go ahead and forward you over to other chats in the ExtraLife network. Let's see. I do not want that. Let's see here. Hold on, I gotta get rid of a spammer. Okay, sorry about that. Since a spammer was in my chat channel. Anyway, ExtraLife is part of the Children's Miracle Network, which helps children with long-term conditions, often hospital-bound, things with like cerebral palsy, cancer, end-stage renal disease. A lot of times, like I said, they're either hospital-bound or spend a large portion of their time in hospitals and clinics. And one of the things ExtraLife does is get them materials like board games, puzzles, consoles, so that they can feel a little bit more like normal children, internet access, tablets, things like that. But it also helps pay for research and equipment to help fight these various conditions, and to help, like if somebody who's currently hospital bound might be able to come home with specialized equipment, it'll help them get that specialized equipment and help, set them up at home, help get them there, things like that. They also work in tandem with other charitable organizations that work with hospitalized children, like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, things like that. So it's just a great thing. And 100% of your donations goes to the kids. The administrative costs and everything for Extra Life are paid for in another fund. So everything you donate actually goes to the children. And in fact, if you donate to my campaign, I actually even get to choose which hospital my funds go to, so I can make sure it goes to my local hospital. So if you want to do one in your own local area, you can always just support Extra Life in your local area, or go on to extra-life.org and sign up and run your own Extra Life donation campaign, and do that as well. So we're going to do that. But anyway, I'm going to hop into Wild Terra. Now, I haven't, like I said, done a live stream in a long time where I really interact with people, but I am on my Discord. So if you go to my Discord and just ask me, and I'll give you the link in chat. I don't actually have my bot up right now. I didn't have time to reconfigure it. But I will help you get to my Discord, or I will send you a Discord invite if you'd like one. Just let me know in chat, and we'll do it that way. And we'll play some Wild Terra 2. Now, let's get a handshake going here in the game. As you can see, the splash screen is all set up for Halloween. And there's my main character. As you see, it's the Feudal Lord. They used to have the ability to make alternate characters called peons. Only a Feudal Lord could hold land. But when the game released in November, they discontinued that for now. It may or may not come back. But right now, you just get one character to work with. Peons were good for doing things, though, like managing your property and things of that nature. Doing like taking care of crops and changing out your crafting stations. It does take a minute to load the game. I was going to use an Extra Life overlay, but I didn't have time to connect all the widgets and stuff for it to put the best donations. Oh, connection to the server has been lost or cannot be set. Let's try this again. All kinds of technical difficulties today. Here it goes. It's loading a lot faster this time. Oh, nope. I may have to close and restart Steam. Let me see. Let's try one more time. It is a Steam game. You can get Wild Terra 2 on Steam. And right now, up till like the 5th of the month, there's some big discounts for the Halloween season. So as you can see here, you've got your quest log, tracks what quest you've picked up. You can have up to 8 of them. I have just a couple that I could turn in. I got at least one I could turn in right now. and one I could do really quickly, and then I got a fishing one. The other couple I have to kind of hang on to. Let's see. Kind of a little slow today. Latency. Um, Checking on my livestock. Okay, I usually put this over my quest tracker so I can see what I've got inventory wise, and I go ahead and close the chat window in game because I can't really see it anyway. Um, let's see here. See, for the quest, I know I need worms. So let's go here to my warehouse and let's see what I've got for worms. Okay, I'm going to need a few more worms. That's okay. I'll go and get my shovel because if you collect the clay, you also get worms. Only need 50 to do the one quest there. Oh, that's wrong. I want the auction house that I've got inside my town hall. I wanted to see if any of my sales have gone through. Always do that first when I log in and refresh anything that didn't sell. Uh, I'm a leather crafter, so I sell a lot of leather working stuff. Oh, it looks like I did sell a book or two, a book and a rooster. So let's collect on the book and, ooh, wow, 40 silver for a rooster. That's always good. There we go. So I've got a couple of sales that went through. Do I have anything in my processing? No. Okay. So we're going to go around and get some clay. That's what a clay deposit looks like right there. Let's see, now we're up to 49. As I head towards where I would turn that quest in, I'm going to go ahead and hop on my Halloween broomstick because I got the broomstick there. It's a 70% mount, so it's about the same speed as my other mount. Okay, we got enough worms now, but I could still get a little bit more clay if I wanted to. But there's actually another little quick quest I could go do that I'm going to probably take. But let's go ahead and hand in the worm quest. I'm not going to gather a bunch of stuff now. I'll gather more clay, maybe coming back from the other quest. But I have one's called the Nightmare Bloody, or not Nightmare Bloody Bear. I have one called the Bloody Bear. It can be done at any level. See, one of the things in this game is the dungeons. You can choose your difficulty level. There's easy, casual, normal, hard, and nightmare. And then most of the dungeons are solo. There is a couple of group dungeons, but most of them are solo. Here's the guy that I turned the worms in with. The big catch is my worms quest. It gives me a couple of cheese wheels and 3 silver. So I'll do that. I could get some other fishing quests if I wanted from him, but right now I'm not going to do that. Go get back on my broom. I'm going to head over here now. Then we're going to go ahead and do the Bloody Bear. And I'm going to do it on easy, just to clear the quest. I can generally do it on up to normal and survive. But when I want to just clear the quest, I try to do it on easy or casual. Um, I'm not one of the higher level characters. I'm about mid range. I'm more of a crafter than a fighter. I definitely do not use the optimized meta for the game. You know, I use a bow and light armor, which is pretty optimized. But then my melee weapon is a sword, which is really more of a tanky weapon. Would go much better with the heavy armor, but I got to go contrary to form because I like the sword, and the sword does have some of the best parry capabilities. So you get your parry skill up much better with the sword. So I'm going to go in here, and this is the church where the Nightmare Bear is. And I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, do this on easy. Should be able to handle it pretty quickly. As you can see, I do have the Bloody Bear quest right here. So, first off, I'm going to go ahead and summon my own bear as a companion. Makes it a little bit easier. And I'm going to equip my sword for this one and let my bear kind of do my pulling instead of my archery, conserve my arrows. This is a right click to attack game. Among other things, the game has the ability to skin animals. I'm going to go ahead and also turn on what's called inspiration down here. You see this bar. Inspiration in this game is something you accumulate when you're offline, and then when you turn it on online, you get triple the experience for anything that you get experience for. Now, I'm not getting a lot of experience for anything here because both me and my bear are probably too high to get experience on hardly anything in this particular dungeon. So it's really just for when I use certain special abilities. Now, you see, I still get identification experience for these candles. So I'm going to go ahead and collect those and send my bear out to take that guy on. And I'll go ahead and stop and take care of this rat. You want to gather as much as you can from everything, of course. In this case, I'm getting rat tails off the rats. Plus, if you get 50 rat tails, you can turn them into a witchcraft reagent called a rat tail, which is slightly different than the rat tails that they are right now. Use those to make witchcraft stuff and poisons. Might hear a little bit of sound in the background. That's my girlfriend slash production assistant. You guys might remember her as Sophia. There's nobody actually listed as in channel right now, so kind of talking to air, but then I do record these and save them, so well, you're fine. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and move my sword abilities down here. Make them easier to use. Try to eat everything that comes up in this game. Now you can see when I go to do things like skin and stuff, it'll auto-equip the knife for skinning and then it transfer back to what was last equipped. So that's why I try to make sure to manually equip my sword. A big thing you got to remember, this healing crook that I sometimes equip, it's got a special thing where it cannot be unequipped in combat. So got to make sure to unequip it, otherwise I'll be doing blunt damage instead of the damage I want to do. Let's see. It has got a little bit of latency today. It seems like it's going really kind of slow. Probably because I'm streaming too. Although I do have gigabit internet, so I don't know. I don't need a torch. Okay. Don't need those. Let's see, go ahead and put these back where they were. Because I'm coming up on the bloody bear himself, and I'll have to use my bow for that. I mean, I could possibly do it with the sword, but generally speaking, the bloody bear's on the tough side. So I like to hedge my bets a little bit. There's the bloody bear. Send my bear to soften him up first. Oh, that was quick. I don't think I ever killed him quite that quick before. Looking to see if there's anything around I can gather. Yep, there's candles. Put these back again. Go back to this. I thought it was something over here. Now, another good thing about the dungeon, not that I'm going to do it, but is if you die in a dungeon, you just start back at the beginning of the dungeon. Now, you lose some of your satiety, which are these things right here, up underneath my nameplate, because there's 5 different types of food satiety in this game. You got to keep all your food up, or you start losing stamina, and when you don't have your stamina, you don't heal. So more candles. And there should be some rats in here to kill. And then if you do a dungeon, the only exception being the mine, you have to clear everything if you want to do to open the final chest. Like if I was to try to open it right now and there's still that one plague rat over there, the chest would not open. It would say the dungeon has not been cleared yet. I'd show you, but I'm going to just end up getting the rat anyway when I get that close to it. There we go. Now I think I've got everything, so here's the final chest. Yep, got everything. And it's usually good for money, some random armor pieces, some bits of metal. There's almost always a book. Books help you expand your skills. And then you can leave. Now dungeons, you can leave and go back in. Hideouts or thickets, you cannot. Dungeons, you got like a 10-minute timer to come back in, and it'll start you back at the beginning. But you can do that to, like, for instance, if you do the mine dungeon, it's a good idea to make sure you get the whole thing, since it doesn't have an end chest, is to go follow one wall, then follow the other wall, then now this is where I turn in the Bloody Bear quest. I can also sell a couple of things here and get repairs, get some repairs. Good idea to get repairs every time you stop at one that'll repair you, just because NPC repairs are a lot cheaper than trying to repair things yourself in this game. Oh, we got somebody here. Hey, what's up, Stony? It's going okay. Just doing a stream for ExtraLife. Just playing a little bit of Wild Terra 2. How you doing, Stony? Hope I didn't miss you. I very well might have. I don't always notice the chat when I'm streaming. That's my bad. Let me get on my broom, which, like I said, is a witchcraft and Halloween kind of thing. The witchcraft skills got added a little bit before the Halloween event. Technically, the broomstick is a witchcraft thing, but it's also a Halloween themed mount. So I'm not sure how easy they're going to be able to get after the Halloween event is over with. Doing well, thank you. Just playing some Rust. Oh, hey, okay. I know some people that play Rust. Yeah, we do a lot of Wild Terra 2 in my guild. And we're waiting for Fractured to come out. Fractured goes early access again on Steam on the 8th of November. So we're going to probably be doing a heck of a lot of that once that comes out. But as people who watch my videos know, I do quite a bit of streaming about Wild Terra 2. Just pulling everything out of there. Godsends are like little chests in the middle of the world. They sometimes look like bodies or skeletons. Sometimes they look like broken barrels like that one did. Yeah, this is a classic MMO, basically kind of loosely based on Ultima Online kind of style of play. Very much a crafter builder game. It is technically an open world with some PvP areas, but there's not a lot of PvP right now, which is okay by me. I'm not a PvPer. Let's see, do I have any? Yes, I do have some things to sell. I'm a crafter and a PvEer, so I do a lot of that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and sell some of these other things I got from the thing. Let's see here. I've got. Oh, I should have sold that bear head. Oh well, I'll have to go back and sell it later. I'm going to sell that. Sell that. And what's the book? The book is lumberjacking. So I should probably sell that to the carpenter. Yeah. I mean, I could keep the lumberjacking book, but I've got a bunch of them. So I'm going to go to the carpenter or to the librarian. See which one gives the best price. There's a carpenter. See what he offers first. The librarian is right across the way, so all books you can sell to the librarian. He offers 136. Let's see what the librarian offers. Librarian's right over here. Oh, I've got a phone call coming in. One moment. Let me kind of mute this. Hello?
Hey Doc, it's Alicia. Dialysis again.
Uh-huh.
I had a spot open up at 10. Would that work for you?
10 o'clock on Monday?
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, I'll put you in for 10 o'clock on Monday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Sorry, an important doctor's appointment thing came up. My mute never did even activate. I tried and it didn't click for some reason. So that's okay. You guys couldn't hear what was on that side. Yeah, it pays a heck of a lot more at the librarian. So I'm going to sell to the librarian. You kind of got to be careful who you sell stuff back to when it comes to NPCs. A lot of times, Ragnara, the junk dealer, pays the best for things. But with books, oftentimes the librarian pays better unless it's a book that specifically goes with the individual crafter. Then sometimes they'll pay better. And I don't know, like if it had been a carpentry book, the carpenter probably would have paid better. But lumberjacking is just a related one, not a direct thing, and there is no merchant at the lumberjack camp, so I'm gonna go back and sell this bear head before I forget. I should take a stack of them over there. I've got over 5 stacks. I don't need that many. They're used to make a exotic called the Fangs of Infection, but I've got more than enough to make mine. And exotics are generally things you make for yourself, not for other people. I mean, I guess I could probably make, because it's exotics level 3 and 4 are the ones that are no drop, so you can only make them for personal use. But an exotic level 1 or 2 I could make for other people, I guess. Where's the bear head? Yeah, I get 20 copper from it. Not a lot, but hey, every little bit counts and it saves a little space. Oh, and there's a scroll I forgot to sell. She's one you sell candles and scrolls to too. The librarian? No, the junk dealer. The librarian will take, like, there's some pages that you find, diary pages and the books, but the actual candles and mysterious scrolls the junk dealer buys. Now I'm going to head back to my dom and unload some of this stuff. Take the path. Now, unlike Fractured, this game does let you, spin the camera, which is helpful. One thing I do wish that they would add into the game is the ability to lock stuff. Oh, somebody said something in chat and I missed it. It's good when these games something. Do that. Setting specific items to specific shops yields higher values. Shows they've thought about it. Yep. Yeah, it is. I like that. It adds to the verisimilitude of the game. It makes sense that the librarian would be the one that would give you top dollar for books, and the carpenter though would possibly give you better value for a carpentry book because it specifically has to do with his skill. One thing it does that kind of can drive you crazy in this game though is the like the lumberjacks will give you a quest to cut down like a specific type of tree, and that tree could grow right in the middle of their camp. You're like, well, why do you want me to cut it down? If it's right there. Reach out, cut it yourself. You kind of feels like they should do that themselves, but they're a little lazy in the game. I'm going to go ahead and collect some clay while I'm out since I still have my shovel on me. I don't go out with my shovel very often, and I turned in those worms earlier, so I need to restock on worms. So, and I always get limestone because I'm a leather crafter, and limestone is an important element in leather crafting. Oh, there's a snake. I need the chitin too, so the snake is nice for that. I actually do not need that or that. What is this? Is this food salt or this sugar? I don't need that. That looks like sugar though. That's sugar. I want to keep the sugar. Let's see, I could grab quest here, but I think it doesn't have anything I want right now. Yeah, order on horses. I don't feel like capturing horses for them. Waste of my snares. If I was going to capture them, I would capture and tame them for my own use, not for them. Doesn't pay out enough to make it worthwhile. For the effort I put in, the value of the snares is higher. Like I said, I would rather just keep them for my own use. Is that a no? That's not a nest. I like to pick up from nest too. So you get an unusual stone sometimes when you go to the clay deposits, and that's used in making some of the exotics. So yeah, each of the different things you can harvest will sometimes drop an extra little something. That's always good in these games too. That's a great silver fox. They're what they call guardian animals. Basically, what it is a game to prevent people from doing too much AFK macroing and stuff. They've created guardian animals, which will attack you, and your pet cannot attack. So your pet will attack it, but your pet doesn't hurt it. So it's to prevent you from trying to just AFK macro the game, because a lot of people will set up bots to macro. Macroing is not against the rules in this game, though. Let me point that out. It is okay to do some macroing. It's just they've put into precautions to keep people from really severely abusing it. But people do some like AFK fighting and stuff, which is allowed. Let's see, anything else that would go in this one? Oh yeah, I got that and that. Oh, I got some raw iron to go there. Okay, then let's go to my town hall. Your town hall is a storage you cannot share with anybody else, so keep mindful of that when you put stuff in your town hall. That's why I usually put like my general tools I use all the time, the ones that I swap in and out as I need them. And then I put like some of the stuff for my exotics. And I happen to keep all my healing stuff in there too. Yep. You can share everything except your town hall. Yes, just like the bank in Fractured. In Fractured, you have your bank, which you cannot share, but you can share other things. Oh, wait. I had some bladders, too. I could put those away. Bladders go with metal because they're used to convert metal. So, and I have a little bit of wood here just for processing purposes. Oh, and limestone goes here, too. Till I have enough to run a batch. Let's see, that's bone flour, right? Yeah. So chitin and bone flour go here. Because I use those to make glue. Glue is used to turn leather into hardened leather. Okay, then here I've got, oh yeah, my clay. That's where I keep clay. So use that to make bricks and pots and bowls and jugs. Then I'm going to go to my cooking warehouse to put the sugar away. Sugar goes in my brewing tab because sugar is the primary ingredient in making any of the alcohols. Then I'm going to go to my archery tab, which is also right now my witchcraft tab. So I'll put my rat tails there. And then I also have some blood clots that'll go there. If you get 100 blood clots, you can turn them into a organic mix, which counts like as an organ for using it in things. And then, like I said, 50 rat tails, the same thing, can turn into this kind of rat tail, which counts as an organ for mixing poisons and stuff. Then, let's see, we got some leather to put away. I didn't get enough lime while I was out to really do much as far as transferring over my leather crafting tubs, because I need some, oops, clicked on the wrong one there. I need some like 80. Let's see, right now I've only got 20, 34. And then what do I have over here? In raw, another like 18. So let's put that away and take these out. I can put them away. The way hides work is they got to go through several processes in order to turn them into leather. First off, you take the raw hides and you put them in the drying racks to dry them out. That's what I just did. Then you take these dry hides and you have to treat them with a lime solution, then a nettle solution, then a bark solution. After that, it becomes leather. And then you take the leather and treat that with glue and it becomes hardened leather. So each treatment takes an hour. So it takes 5 hours to go from, well, each treatment except the drying. Drying only takes 10 minutes. But each treatment takes an hour. So it takes 5 hours and 10 minutes if you want to count from there to go from a raw hide to a piece of hardened leather. But luckily, you can do them in groups. I have both large and small tubs. Oh, let's see. I gotta get going now. Good to see you live. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon. Same thing. I haven't been streaming a whole lot because of my health, but I'm hoping to do a little bit more again. My regular every Tuesday show's been on hiatus because my things with me and with my co-anchor. I might be bringing it back just as a solo, or I might be getting back with my co-anchor. Don't know yet. But talk to you later, and have a good one, Stony. Don't forget to support ExtraLife if you can. Anyway, um, yeah, leatherworking is a big part of it. Now, if you go into my playlists on YouTube, which you just look up Gamer Seuss, GamerSeuss, just like my Twitch channel, on YouTube, and go into my Wild Terra 2 playlist, I've got several instructional videos. And I've got one on leather crafting that'll tell you the step-by-step system for it. I've got one on animal husbandry. I've got one on jewelry crafting, on blacksmithing. I've got an introduction to, well, no, I started an introduction to witchcraft. I actually haven't gone back and finished it because there's a lot to it, and I wanted to start it from like a beginning character, which means I started with my character on another server, but you need so much to get started that I really kind of had a false start there. So I will be doing a witchcraft one eventually, but I don't have one right now. Um, but it's still relatively new. I did a look at the new thing kind of video, but that's about it. I haven't really taught the skill. I got to try to get some more limestone though. Oh, I wanted limestone, not that. Now, as you can see there, I want to put my bow on because, let's see, blocking everything here. Kill a goat. So use the goat to get the blood clots. Killing any animal gets you blood clots, gets you different size hides, and can get you other things. Because they'll drop like witchcraft reagents sometimes, which are good, but they're extremely rare drops. They're called organs, although they're not all organs, because some of them are like weeds from plants that you'll get. Some of them are like arms and legs of like insects, wings. It means you go around killing just about every goat you can. Goats are a really good source. I get a lot of my goat stomachs, hooves, and goat tongues from the goats. But they're like really, really few and far between. I mean, it's sometimes I got to kill over 100 goats to get something new. In fact, if I do get something, you'll see me pause for a second because we are keeping track in a spreadsheet to try to guesstimate how long it takes to get things. Time to hop on my mount. Trying to get more limes so that I can do the leather crafting, and I'm always in need of lime, especially since it takes 3 limestone to make 1 lime. You got to actually process the limestone into lime in a thing called a bloomery. For those who don't know, in medieval times, uh, they used to have something similar to the smithy called a bloomery, which is where they would turn the raw metal into like ingots for workable forms. And so the game actually uses the bloomery system separate, from like there's a crucible system for like making alloys and for melting things like iron, but for copper and tin and converting limestone, they have a bloomery, and you use that to make, like I said, your lime, which you then turn into lime solution for the leather craftings, and that takes 10 minutes per cycle to go from limestone to lime, but I can generally do like 18 at a time. But it's something I do. Now you see the rabbits running around. I could get them for blood clots and possibly lucky rabbit's feet, but I don't tend to hunt a bunch of rabbits unless I have the quest for it, because you catch so many rabbits in this game, and I'm not that desperate for blood clots right now. Uh, I'm really, like I said, going out here more for lime. And I hop on my broomstick again because there's no lime in the immediate area. I like to do big batches of lime too. I know I can do a single batch in my large bloomery of 18, but I usually like to do like a quadruple batch. That's not 4 times 18 though, because you need an extra like space in the bloomery for when you got to have multiple fuel, because the bloomery has to be fueled by like wood or charcoal or coal, whatever, to run it. Yep, thank you, Stony. Yeah, my health is always something to kind of worry about, but I'm trying to do my best. That's why that phone call that came in earlier was me rescheduling an appointment because of ride complications. It gets to be really difficult at times, but I'm persevering. And I can say that after my surgery on my feet, the doctor is extremely pleased with the current way that my feet are looking. So it is not looking like I'm going to lose the foot all the way up to the knee, which it was looking like there for a little bit. We were a little worried about that. I think I saw a limestone back there, but that's okay. I don't feel like going back that direction. Um, I'll just go this direction and see. It's sometimes hard to tell lime from rock from copper and tin. Usually, the brighter white ones are limestone. I'm also picking up nettles because I always need nettles for leather crafting as well. Although I've got a pretty good storage of nettles. I'm not looking to really pick up a lot of copper right now. I always hit nest though. Need feathers to make arrows, and since I'm primarily a bow user, I do need to make a lot of arrows. Although I'm using a composite bow right now, which does use a little bit less because it fires a little bit slower, but it does more critical damage. As you see, a single shot can sometimes like kill a goat, for instance, because of the critical capabilities. Oh, you know what? That's something I could go at least kind of show off for you guys. For the Halloween event right now, there's these Halloween jacks. Jack Skeleton, not Jack Skellington because of, copyright infringement and everything. But there's Jack Skeletons and Zombie Jacks that are like little mini bosses right now that they want us to kill for quest. Now I've already done my quest today for the regular Jacks, and I'm not going over to get the Zombie Jacks because that's something to do in a group. But I'll show you. I know a place where they tend to spawn the regular Jacks every 10 minutes. So if nobody's camping that Jack, you can see him. He's a relatively easy kill. Yeah, he's over in the cemetery among other. He actually spawns in a lot of different places, but the cemetery is one of his more regular spawning locations. So he's, like I said, he spawns like every 10 minutes in this one cemetery area. That's another godsend. I like to pick up godsends because they have random valuables. Not worried about the carrots right now. I do like the extra arrows though. Arrows of different types are always good. And rings I could sell to the junk dealer for a little bit of money. There we go. There's a cemetery wall. Oh, there's some limestone right there. I'm going to grab that while I'm by there. Let's go check out the zombie jack, though. Like I said, I thought that would be an interesting thing for you guys to see, just because I haven't really featured the zombie jack yet on one of my streams. There's just some skeletons first. Let me kill him real quick. And I get bones from them. I use the bone flour with the chitin to make the glue for my hardened leather. So I try to collect as much bone flour as possible. Up, you see the boar's glowing. Did I have a maggot quest? Yep. I got to gather 50 maggots. I only need 5 more. Yeah, boars are good for maggots. There, I'm done with the maggot quest. I can turn that into. And it's a neat one because you can turn it in. They don't actually take the maggots. So I can take them back for my fishing supply, or I could dump the maggots if I want. Now in here, this is a PvP full drop area once you pass this gate. So I do have to be cautious. I come over here. I want to kill the other monsters before I try to take on Jack because let's see. Is there a Jack over here yet? Nope, I'm going to go ahead and grab these darkwood trees. Oh, a squirrel. Squirrels are one of those guardian beasts. Like you said, that your pet cannot hit. There are 6 of these darkwood trees in this cemetery zone that respawn on a cycle. And so whenever I have a chance, I try to harvest them for the darkwood while I'm over here anyway. Darkwood is used for certain crafts. There's up to 6. Sometimes you get here and somebody has cut a couple of them down. But it looks like I'm going to get at least 4. I think I saw some others in the area. I like to go around. No jack yet. Skeletons are great for a little bit of random treasure. Let's see, get rid of those. Actually, I can get rid of those too. I could eat the jerky. We don't really need to carry the wood. Just put some of these things away here. Trying to consolidate my thing a little bit so I could see what I grab. There we go. This is the 5th tree. There should be, if nobody else has got it, there should be one more tree somewhere here in this. Oh, there's Jack. He just appeared over there. I'll zoom in so you can see him. I'm going to send my bear at him first. Get a little closer, zoom in. Oh. And he's dead. I forgot to change from my sword stuff to my bow stuff. So my hotkeys weren't really perfectly set up. And what book did he give me? Ooh, a Perry book. I actually want to keep that book. But yeah, so that's Jack Skeleton. And there's a quest right now during the Halloween event every day to kill 5 of him. I've already done it. And then there's a quest, more advanced one, to kill 5 of the zombie jacks. But that's, like I said, a group event over on an area called Plague Island. Much more dangerous area. Much more difficult jack. But it also, the quest pays better because the regular jacks pays 3 Halloween bags, which could have random Halloween treats in it. But the zombie jacks pays 5 of them. So okay, I'm just going to go over here now. This is a non-PvP area, but it's got a world boss, small world boss called the Mad Necromancer that I like to kill just because it drops good loot. Oh, looks like somebody else is already going up against him. Yeah, somebody was trying. Make sure my fingers are in the right position. Dead Necromancer. See, like I said, he gives good loot. Like, he'll give me a couple of stacks of hides. Don't really care about the bone armor. The book is carpentry. And that bone is useful. Let's see if there's anything I can get rid of. Get rid of the worms to take the book. Let's see, do I have anything in my secret bag? Yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting to unload that. Anything I can just get rid of. I can get rid of the maggots. I don't need those. Because like you said, for that one quest, he doesn't actually ask for the maggots. I want that bone though because it turns into 2 to 3 bone flour, which for me is important. Now let's get on my broom. Oh, let's kill this skeleton. Oh, I would love to have another ring, but I don't think I've got anything I can dump for the... I could dump the bird droppings. Bird droppings are useful for some things in there, but I generally get more than enough, so I'm not too worried about it. The blue dust I probably could have dropped too, because that's used to make the broomstick I already have. You get pink dust with the zombie jacks, and you need 50 of those to make a more advanced broomstick, because the special zone where the zombie jack is located is called Plague Island, and one of the things about Plague Island is not all mounts work on Plague Island. You have to get a special Plague Island capable mount, and the advanced broomstick is Plague Island capable. The training broomstick, which is the one I've got, is not. So it's going to go over here. You guys might recognize this area. I actually could have dumped some of those hides too, because right now I'm kind of overloaded with hides. But when I get a big batch like that, I try not to dump them, just because I do want to keep up my stock a little bit. Let's see, go in there. And that's, of course, like I said, always repair when you can. Like 65 copper, that's an easy repair. And then go ahead and sell some stuff here. And for her, we're going to, of course, you sell junk rings, go to her, not the jewel crafter, because she pays better. She'd probably pay okay for the Perry book, but I want to keep the Perry book, and the carpentry book I would sell to the librarian. Let's see, like I sold all of those and got 3 silver, 22 copper for that. So let's go. Now let's go. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and take this out so that I remember to put it away when I get back to my dom. There we go. Did I end up getting... Only ended up getting 5 of the dark wood, but that's okay. Either there was no other tree, or I got distracted by a jack, I think it was. That's okay. Oh, I've got the maggot quest to turn in. I better turn that in. And let me double check. It should be, yeah, it's still checked off. So it's gather. You don't actually have to turn in the maggots on this one. Some of them you have to turn in, some of them you don't. Generally speaking, if it says gather, the act of gathering is enough. If it says obtain, then you can actually just go to your storage and pull them out if you've got them, and give them to them for quests. Some gather quests, though, make you turn in what you gather. So you got to be careful, keep an eye out. Quests are a good way to get some easy money in the game, because there's not a whole lot of money actually involved, and so and the market doesn't work like really aggressively. There's not a lot of buying and selling on the market. There's no buy orders at all, so it doesn't have the ability to do buy orders, unfortunately. So it's a good way to get money. Like I said, I get 5 silver off of this one, plus I get cheese wheels. Cheese wheels are good because they can cause your pet to level faster. I don't think I've got any other quests now, though, that I could do. Nope, not that I can do anyway. Let's go run a Small batch of lime, I guess. Oh, there's a nest. And there's a large copper deposit. I do like to hit the large deposits, and I don't keep the raw. Another snake. Nests and mining deposits often will spawn a snake. And you get chitin from the snake, like I said, is used for making glue, which you use to make hardened leather. But also, one of the organs you can get off of the snake is a what's that? Oh, that's just eggs. I don't care about eggs. One of the organs you can get off the snake is a snake head. And right now I'm full up, as full as I can be, pretty much. I mean, I've got that one space in my secret bag, but I don't really want to put anything in that because then I'll forget to take it out later. I usually keep my food in my secret bag just to make sure I always have food, because when you die, you lose satiety. Then I just go in and pop that. The main reason for the secret bag is because it's a no drop, so that in dangerous areas you could throw some of your gear that you have that isn't no drop into the secret bag, and that way you keep that gear. Trouble is, the game will not hot swap from the secret bag, so you need to manually change your gear when you want to do certain gather things. It requires like a hatchet or a pickaxe or something like that to do it. So see, now, like, I'm going to go over to here and put 50 lime, and then what's this? And I think I've got another bunch of lime in here. That adds to that. And let's go ahead and put that away. And put that away. Put that away. Okay, so then I'm going to take some wood to fuel my bloomery. Actually, oops, didn't mean to do that. I want to just move 2 pieces over, and then I'm going to start my bloomery. You can do the separating while it's running. Like I said, it takes actually 5 minutes in the bloomery. The bloomery is a 5-minute item. And you want to separate it into stacks of divisible by 3, because each cycle will process each stack. So at least once. So like if I'm doing a single batch, you always have to leave one spot open for results though. So I'm going to go like this and go 9. And there, I left one open, so that'll do actually 19, not 18. A completely empty one is 19. Let's see. Actually, let's do this. And we're going to do it again. 1, 2. Get her started. Because I have 2 bloomeries, so I can do 2 batches at once. So I could have done a double batch. But the trouble with the double and triple and quadruple batches is you have to keep an extra spot for the fuel again. So you lose. That's why I said 18, because a lot of times it'd be multiples of 18 and 17 and so on as I do bigger and bigger batches. But if I do a single batch, I can actually get 19. So I'm going to do 2 single batches, and that's going to make it a little bit better for me. And let's see what we got here. let them go. And I'll process into lime. So that way I'll have 38 more lime. I still won't have enough to really process out because I do just such ginormous batches. But because I do like 90 at a time in group batches. Let's see, these bird's eyes are a exotic. Let's see, that goes there. Perry book. Oh, I should have. The Perry book should go in my book thing, but I think it's absolutely full. It is. I'm going to have to use some of these books. I'll put it in my share folder, and if somebody needs it, they can use it. So that's carpentry. Can go down there with the other carpentry books. Put pottery up there. And then let's put the Perry book right there. I put all my gemstones in my share thing for my guild master, who's our gem crafter. Anything else needs to go in there? Nope, not while I'm at it. All right. Go to my leather crafting warehouse and drop off chitin, drop off carpentry solution, drop off some bones. At some point I'll crush those into bone flour. 5 bones equals 1 bone flour, or the 1 femur gives you 2 to 3 bone flour. Okay. Then I need to go to my woods chest and put away my dark wood. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of it. I go there a lot. Then I did end up getting some more bird droppings. So they're used to primarily make fertilizer or saltpeter or a couple other things. Then go to my cooking warehouse and drop off cinnamon. Cinnamon and pepper are things you want to gather if you can, because they're used for finishing some of the cookery dishes. They give you buffs. Then of course we'll go over here and turn in some more blood clots. Don't have 100 yet. And then I go to my regular arrow tab and put feathers away. And then these are poison arrows. So go to my poison arrow tab and put those away. Oh, I forgot to put the blue dust away. And then the rest of it goes up in my leather crafting area, where I've got my 4 drying racks, 2 of which are kind of hard to reach right now because of how things are overlapping, but I'll just do this. I could separate these to get done quicker, but I'm not in a hurry, so I'm just going to throw them in there. I use this basket for wood bark. This is one of my baskets for nettles. Okay. Let's see here. I'm making distilled water here. So that's used to make glue. These are actually my alchemy cubes, which is what I do to make my glue, because when you make glue in the alchemy cubes, you get double efficiency. Okay. Okay, I do actually need to make a batch of glue now, though. Let's see here. Let's do this so that we have room. Oh wait, I don't have enough for the chitin for a double batch right now. I could do a single batch though. There we go. Let's do a single batch. Okay. I gotta go get chitin at some point to do that because it takes 240 chitin to make a full batch or a double batch of glue. Let's see, get it started. Just like with the other one, you do need one spot for results. And that'll make 48 glue. So a double batch makes 96 glue. Then I need a hammer to crush up the bones. Go get my hammer. Don't keep my hammer on me because I don't use it out in the wild really. Most of the time you have to have a workbench to even do anything with a hammer. Recently they added the function where you can show recipes on things so you don't have to go searching. So make some bone flour here. You could also take the bones and put them in a windmill and it'll auto grind them, but I prefer to do it this way because every once in a while I'll get a double up skill bonus and get an extra. Since it's a 5-to-1, bone flour can become a premium. It may not look like it now because I've got a lot of surplus, but normally I don't. Right now I've got more bone flour than I've got chitin, which is normally the other way around. And then for these femurs, you just click on it and go butcher, and that turns it into 2 to 3. And then there. And then let's see how I'm doing on. Okay. I want to put a single batch of distilled water up too. Now, a good thing is your well produces all the water you need, but you do have to take it out in bucket loads, and you can't control how many you get per bucket. But the better quality the bucket, the quicker you draw it. So periodically you do need to take your tools in to get repaired too. There we go. I'm going to done some of my pet because he has a tendency to get in the way when I'm doing too much crafting. I keep my bucket in this basket next to the well just so that I have it conveniently there. Let's see. Okay, that one's the one I've got going with glue, so this one will be the one, 2. And then stacks of 24. And I want 12 fuel. And then I need 3 stacks of wood bark solution. Wood bark solution is also used to make the distilled water, but I keep my wood bark solution up here. This is wood bark solution. Takes 3 stacks to do a full run, which is 60 distilled water. You're limited by how heavy things stack, but it's 2 water, 1 solution per, and then like I said, I can do the 5 at a time by the way they stack, and then that runs a cycle of 12, and it gives me a total of 60. So I'll have 60 distilled water when I'm done there, and I'll have 48 glue because each cycle of the glue makes 2. Then I'm going to take my leftover water and put it in my water overflow tab, just so instead of dumping it. And put my hammer back, and I think that'll be it for this run. I might be back on in a little bit, but I need to take a break. I can't handle long periods of time anymore with my health. Check the auction house one more time. See if anything's sold. I don't think so. Generally not so soon. I didn't put anything new up for one thing. Nope. I do have 4 spaces to put stuff up though. Let's see if I've got anything in my overflow that I could sell. Nothing that really looks sell worthy. I mean, I could sell some of these. Oh, and I could sell some more roosters. Three. Let's try selling 3 roosters. I got 40 silver a piece for the other ones, so hey. So let's look what bladders are going for before I try to sell them. All bladders. 38. So I should be able to let mine go for 35. And then my chickens, I'm going to go for 40. And that's it. The gallbladder will probably sell pretty quickly. It tends to. Everything else is kind of iffy. Anyway, that's it for the show this time around. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and I don't think I've got anybody actually in channel to shift over to another. Let's see. Um, nope, don't have any viewers to shift over. So I'm just going to call it a broadcast for now. I might be back on later. Thank you for watching. Remember to support Extra Life and look around. There's a lot of chats and streams supporting it right now. Everybody have a good holiday season. We got Thanksgiving and then Christmas coming up. Looking forward to it, and everybody have a good time. Bye bye, everybody.